and welcome to my Tidbits this week. One of the things that I wanted to chat a little bit about was something that we haven't seen a lot of on the Cape, but it's something that may be coming up more in the future as the market starts to change, and that is a home sale contingency. So in the past, we haven't seen a lot of home sale contingencies when buyers are making offers on homes because most of the properties on the Cape were purchased either as a second home, as a rental, as an investment property. And those were the two biggest ones. A lot of retirees as well would come down. And when that happens, there's people with deep pockets or people that have many years of savings and investments that they can use to draw from in order to purchase that second property. And most of the properties down here were purchased as second homes. So with that, something that we haven't seen a lot of that's very common off Cape. So if you're living off Cape and you live in a neighborhood and you want to move up to a bigger home or you want to downsize, you would want to sell your existing home in order to buy the next home. Very common, happens all the time. It's not something we actually see a lot of down here. So generally what would happen is people would either come down and have the cash to pay full cash for whatever offer they're making on a property, or they'll have a mortgage, a smaller mortgage even, because they've got a few $100,000 to put down and they're mortgaging the balance. Or they're doing a home equity line. That's another big popular one where people can do a home equity line off their existing property and write a check, and maybe they've got some other cash put away, and between the combination of those things, they can come up with the full amount of the payment. That has always been a good thing for the seller. The seller knows that their mortgage amount has been pre-approved, that they're trying to take out. The seller knows that they've got the cash in their account in order to pay for the house, and so it's moved things along pretty quickly. Now that there are more houses coming on the market and we may be seeing things sit a little bit longer, what we may be seeing also is a home sale contingency offer come up more frequently. And that means that somebody's living in a home that they want to sell before they buy their next home. It may be a more expensive home. Maybe they've got the pre-approval in line so that, once they sell this house for a certain amount, they've got a pre-approval that will allow them to purchase the next home. But having that home sale contingency makes it more difficult for the seller because they need to ensure that the home is listed quickly, it's sold quickly, and that you get what you are asking for the property and you'll have that money available to buy their house. So those are things that we are seeing or that we could be seeing in the future. So as a seller, be aware that those offers may be coming through more frequently. And as a buyer, understand that the more you can do to make your offer impressionable and memorable and something that the seller wants to take is very important. So if there's a way to manage the purchase with a number of different components, that's going to be in the best interest of the seller. That's the way to go. You want to think about what the seller wants when you're making that offer. If you have any questions or you want to talk about some of the different options, I am happy to discuss them with you and put you in touch with mortgage professionals. I know I've had a couple of requests for bridge loans. Bridge loans today are very hard to come by, believe it or not. A lot of banks have gotten away from them. I haven't been very successful. There's very few, I know very few number of companies actually doing them anymore. The HELOC seems to be the next one that's higher in priority. So if you have any questions, like I said, reach out. Happy to discuss. Let's find the best option for you to get that house of your dreams. Have a great week, everybody.